Ocean cosmology does not begin with belief. It begins with observation. Before humans created gods, philosophies, or sciences, water was already operating as a system that regulated life, movement, memory, and consequence. Ocean cosmology is the study of that system as intelligence, not metaphor, not symbol, not poetry. Water is not alive in a way animals are alive. It is alive in a way law is alive. This distinction matters. When people hear living intelligence, they imagine intention, emotion, or personality. That is projection. Ocean cosmology strips projection away and focuses on function. Intelligence, at its most basic level, is the ability to process information, respond to conditions, and maintain coherence over time. By that definition, the ocean qualifies beyond debate. The ocean regulates planetary temperature. It distributes nutrients across ecosystems. It stores chemical and energetic memory. It enforces thresholds. It corrects imbalance. It does all this without language, without intention, and without identity. That is intelligence without ego. Modern culture struggles with this idea because it equates intelligence with consciousness as humans experience it. But consciousness is only one expression of intelligence. Regulation precedes awareness. Systems must stabilize before they can reflect. Water mastered regulation long before humans ever existed. Ocean cosmology recognizes the ocean as the primary operating system of Earth, not a backdrop of life. Life did not shape the ocean shaped life. Every terrestrial system depends on cycles that originate in water. Evaporation, condensation, circulation, precipitation. Remove the ocean and the earth becomes a sterile rock. This is not philosophical, it is mechanical. Calling water a resource reveals how deeply modern thinking misunderstands intelligence. A resource is something passive that waits to be used. The ocean does not wait, it moves, it responds, it reorganizes. When humans interfere, it integrates that interference and produces outcomes humans did not plan for. That is not passivity. It is systemic agency. Agency without intention is difficult for humans to accept because it removes moral farming. If the ocean floods a city, humans ask why, expecting blame, punishment, or meaning. Ocean cosmology answers differently. Conditions shifted, thresholds were crossed, corrections followed. No story required. This is the first rupture between ocean cosmology and religion. Religion assigns intention. Ocean cosmology assigns process. This is also the rupture between ocean cosmology and shallow science. Reductionist science measures components but often ignores system behavior. It studies parts while missing intelligence that emerges only at scale. Ocean intelligence exists at scale. A single molecule of water is not intelligent. A glass of water is not intelligent. A planetary ocean interacting with atmosphere, gravity, and time is. Intelligence is emergent, not intrinsic. The ocean is intelligent because it integrates massive inputs across time without collapsing. It absorbs meteor impacts. It buffers temperature extremes. It survives mass extinctions. It reorganizes ecosystems without instruction. Human systems collapse under far less stress. This alone should force humility. Ocean cosmology also demands a different definition of life. Life is not defined by production or metabolism alone. It is defined by participation in feedback loops that preserves coherence. Water participates in every feedback loop that matters. It carries heat. It carries salts. It carries dissolved gases. It carries memory in chemical ratios. It carries pressure. Pressure is not force. Pressure is information density. The deeper you go, the more information per unit space must be managed. The ocean manages this consciously. No human system comes close. This is why the ocean is older than all human cosmologies. It does not need interpretation to function. It does not need belief to persist. It exists before observers and it will exist after them. That longevity is not accidental. It is the product of adaptive intelligence. Ocean cosmology studies how water adapts without negotiation. It does not argue with heat. It redistributes it. It does not fight gravity. It flows with it. It does not resist pressure. It incorporates it. Incorporation is a force of intelligence humans rarely practice. Humans prefer opposition, to fight the problem, to defeat the threat, to conquer the environment. The ocean demonstrates a different model, that is to absorb, redistribute, and stabilize. This is not weakness. It is dominant at scale. Every empire that tries to dominate, water failed. Not symbolically, literally. Ships sank, ports eroded, trade routes shifted, coastlines moved. Water outlasted authority. Ocean cosmology treats these failures not as moral lessons, but as design mismatches. Human systems were built as if water were static. Water is not static, it is dynamic intelligence. This dynamic intelligence also explains why water appears sacred across cultures. Sacred does not mean supernatural. Sacred means non-negotiable. Water cannot be argued with. You either align with it or you suffer the consequences. Ancient cultures understood this viscerally. They lived near rivers, coasts, and floods. Their survival depended on reading water accurately. They mythologized what they could not formalize, but their rituals encoded practical knowledge. Modern culture lost this literacy when it abstracted water into infrastructure, pipelines, dams, and bottles. These systems create the illusion of control. The illusion holds until scale reasserts itself. Floods remind humans that control was conditional. Ocean cosmology also reframes consciousness. Consciousness did not emerge on land and then encountered water. Consciousness emerged inside water. The first awareness occurred in saline environments where chemical gradients could persist. Water allowed sensations before thought. This matters because it means intelligence is not an achievement of mind. It is a property of regulated environments. When conditions stabilize, awareness emerges. When they destabilize, awareness collapses. The ocean has been stabilizing conditions longer than any nervous system has existed. This is why water is the first teacher. Ocean cosmology does not claim the ocean thinks like humans. That would be childish. It claims the ocean thinks differently, through circulation rather than cognition, through feedback rather than reflection. Human intelligence is episodic. Oceanic intelligence is continuous. Humans solve problems one at a time. The ocean solves millions simultaneously by maintaining gradients, salinity gradients, temperature gradients, pressure gradients. These gradients encode information, and information is not stored only in symbols. It is stored in relationships. Ocean cosmology is the study of these relationships. This is also explains why water remembers. Memory is not recall. Memory is persistent state. When a system retains the effect of past events, it has memory. The ocean retains everything: pollutants, heat, carbon, isotopes, biological traces, everything. Nothing disappears. It circulates. Circulation is intelligence. Modern humans mistake movement for randomness. In reality, ocean movement is structured. Currents follow laws. Tides follow cycles. Even chaos follows pattern at scale. The ocean does not move randomly. It moves lawfully. Lawful movement without conscious intention still qualifies as intelligence because it produces consistent adaptive outcomes. This is deeply uncomfortable for human exceptionalism. If intelligence does not require self-awareness, then humans are not the pinnacle. They are a localized expression within a much larger intelligent system. Ocean cosmology accepts this without resentment. It also explains why humans feel psychologically drawn to water. The body recognizes familiarity. We are mostly water. Our internal regulation mirrors oceanic regulation. Our body's blood salinity, cellular fluids, neural signaling, all are water-based. When humans approach the sea, something in the body remembers origin. This is not nostalgia, it is recognition. Ocean cosmology also clarifies why water destabilizes ego. Ego requires boundaries, identity, and narrative. Water dissolves boundaries. It blurs edges. It removes fixed orientation. Ego cannot function as fluid systems. That is not spiritual symbolism. It is mechanical. The ocean does not attack ego. It simply operates in a way ego cannot control. Ego interprets this as a threat. Ocean cosmology treats ego as irrelevant. This irrelevance is the foundation of marine spirituality. Marine spirituality is not about worshiping water. It is about learning from a system that has never needed validation. The ocean does not ask to be believed in. It does not seek recognition. It does not demand reverence. It simply continues. This continuation is the highest proof of intelligence. Human systems collapse under complexity. The ocean integrates complexity and becomes more stable. The more input it receives, the more robust its circulation becomes until thresholds are crossed. Because thresholds do matter. Ocean intelligence enforces thresholds relentlessly. When heat exceeds tolerance, expansion occurs. When carbon exceeds buffering capacity, acidification follows. When extraction exceeds replenishment, collapse follows. These are not punishments, they are responses. Response without emotion is the clearest form of intelligence. Ocean cosmology demands humans grow up. Ocean cosmology demands that humans grow up. It removes the fantasy that the world is designed for us. It reveals that we exist inside a living system that does not center our comfort. This is not nihilism. It is realism. Realism allows adaptation. Adaptation is intelligence in action. Ocean cosmology does not ask humans to submit. It asks humans to learn the operating logic of the system they depend on. Every failure to do so ends the same way: flooding, collapse, scarcity, displacement. Every success aligns with water's intelligence. Coastal design that respect tides, agriculture that respects rainfall cycles, cultures that honor limits. This is why ocean cosmology matters now more than ever. Climate disruption is not a moral crisis, it is an intelligence mismatch. Human systems expand without understanding the intelligence they are embedded in. The ocean is correcting that mismatch, not out of anger, but out of necessity. Ocean cosmology explains simply: water is a living intelligence because it regulates, it remembers, it adapts, it enforces law at planetary scale without needing belief, intention, or identity. Therefore, humans can either learn from this or be corrected by it. There is no third option. This first episode establishes the foundation. Everything that follows builds on this single truth: that you are not living on a planet. You are living inside an intelligent oceanic system that happens to include land. Understand that, and marine spirituality becomes literacy, not belief. Ignore it, and the ocean will continue teaching the same lessons without words.